everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of ReCap. A slight technical difficulty there. If you can't tell by the title of the show, I tried to edit it and it's not letting me do it. But anyway, guys, welcome. It is Wednesday. It's time to talk about hats because we always ask the important question, hey, do you like hats? Because if you do, you came to the right spot. Anyway, hey, what's going on, everybody on Instagram? What's going on, everybody on Twitch? As a reminder, if you're not able to catch the show live, you can always catch us on YouTube at Hat-Club. Be sure to subscribe to us, which is a fancy word for follow, and give us a like if you like what you see. Chat very lively today. Chewy, Croats 10, MDon27. My name is Eric. Jen Voorhees, that's a new one. Warrior X408 must be a Friday the 13th fan. Elk Dot, Denzi Vice 91, James Grambo, Best of AZ, Flashfire, Wilder Fitteds, JM 1620, Peyton Spen, third in line, Sub Diego 619, Chana SFC, and Throat Goat Fitteds over on Instagram. He enjoys hats. I love to see that. Interesting name though. But anyway, I don't do this show solo, so I got to throw it over to my wingman, Teferi Taylor here. What's going on?
What's up, man? Yeah, Throat Goat. Crazy name, but we're glad that you like hats, brother. That's awesome. Shouts out to you. It's Wednesday, guys. The only show that we might have sweeping tariffs, but we don't sweep up you guys' love of hats. It doesn't go up with inflation. We're here to have a great time.
Goddamn right.
How you been, Ben? How you doing? All right.
I'm doing good. You were talking before the show started that for whatever reason, this week has been the longest week, despite the fact that it's only Wednesday. Yes. And I feel like I've still got like a million things I need to do as soon as we wrap up the show, and I don't know why.
Yeah, listen, I feel like it feels like the longest week, but it's been the quickest 3 months, I think, of a year I've had in a long time. I'm just like, it's like, man, we're already in April. But hey, we're starting off Q2 with a bang. We're excited. What's going on, chat here? Best of AZ, Sir Tef. I like that. It's very
Sir Tef.
And nightly. Asher, what's going on? Flashfire, what's the word? My name is Eric. What's going on? I said, Baser Drew, I hope we see some hockey hats tonight, especially Tampa Bay Lightning.
We're definitely gonna have some hockey hats to show off, but I don't recall seeing any Tampa Bay Lightning in this clip, so I apologize for that.
Exactly. But if you're tapped into the show, you probably have seen we've done a few. I want to say that there's definitely been a few Tampa Bay Lightnings. So definitely check out New Arrivals if you haven't. And Elk Dot, what's going on, brother? Elk Dot did a really cool patch job on the maxed out air pack. And that wasn't not too long.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I really, really liked what he did with that Houston Astros. So if you guys haven't had a chance, go check out Elk Dot on Instagram. Did some really cool things with that hat. Shouts out to Jorge again. And then let's see, Grambo stars. I feel like we've had some stars drop. I haven't checked to see if we have any upcoming, but I know we've definitely dropped a few that might still be remaining on the website, I think.
And I will say, in regard to the Pirate Lightning hat, it might actually be next week.
Yeah, I think that was actually the hat that I was thinking about, as a matter of fact. So yeah, that's all good. But this is not a dynamic duo show. We got to bring in our third musketeer. True. Bring in Austin. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, how's everybody
doing? Listen, Captain America himself.
Christopher Evans himself.
Very good, Brooklyn, that brother Austin has done. How you doing, Austin?
Not too bad. It has been a hell of a week. I can agree with you guys there. It definitely is a long way to Wednesday this week. So, but we're hanging in. We're doing good. We got hats to show off. We're in a good spot. And then also, I want to add two things. Ooh. Ben, there was someone on IG asking when the next time you're going to play Indiana Jones is.
Oh, so I play every Tuesday. So I did last night. So next Tuesday I'll be back and doing it again.
Very nice.
And I will say, definitely tune in for next week because there's a particular segment of the Thailand map, because apparently I say Thailand weird. The Thailand map that is nerve-wracking as fuck, and terrifying. And I'm not exaggerating that. So tune in.
Facts. Cap Crusader, absolutely not. This is you cannot have this one. This one is very special. If it's actually a little bit of playing on to something that we showed off last show.
Yeah,
you guys all
True.
which we will show off again with site sleepers.
Mhm.
But the second thing that I was going to say, for whoever asked about Dallas Stars, all I got to say is Davey cooked up a hat that is coming, I think July is going to be the release of it. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
giving spoilers here that it's a Dallas Stars hat, but it's going to be in contention for hat of the year. It's a
Wow.
very,
like
very
that.
nice crown.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I missed the Philly the Philly pandas that she did last time in Arizona. I can't miss this one. So I definitely got to grab that.
Yes, this will not be a friends and family event hat. This will be general release to .com. So I'm very excited for that one to come out. I will definitely be scooping that. All right. So
Well, I was gonna say I gotta interrupt real quick because in regard to Panda doing designs, guess what I have time to do next week?
the designs that you've been talking about for a year and a half.
Yes.
Very nice.
I'll just say this after talking to one of the guys in the office, one of our higher ups. One, he's actually jazzed about it, which blew my mind that he would be actually pretty excited about it. But the other part of it is I have to get these in immediately.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that was according to him, which surprised the hell out of me. So
yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
For them to hit 2025, I think you do have to get them in immediately.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so, but anyways, Ben, you want to do our lovely intro since we still don't have the soundboard set up?
Choo 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 choo, side sleepers.
All right, there we go.
Never gets old.
Let's get into some site sleepers. Oh, I'm actually on the A-frame section, so let me.
Why not?
Yeah, so let me get off of that real quick. We will show off some A-frames here, but let's get into some site sleepers. So very, very recently released, we had the City Connect Houston Astros plain Jane.
Oh yeah,
on this one. Very much just the new logo for City Connect. The logo turned out bigger than I thought it was going to be for this hat.
Yeah, it's an interesting front logo, but I really, really like it.
I like the logo a lot. I like the logo a lot for their City Connect logo. I don't know how Houstonians are feeling about it.
they love it.
They love it.
They love it.
Oh, good. Yeah. So it's a good logo. They definitely killed it. Some of the City Connects logos are a little lackluster, but this one's a good one. I'm just surprised at how large that logo is.
I mean, I will say it. I don't think it's that terrible, just because the fact that the focus tends to be in the dead center of the hat, so I don't think it's too gaudy. But and I will say the one that we have on the website is obviously a custom one. It's not the actual on-field one. I think that's an important thing to point out.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, these are John's iterations of the City Connect hats, but like because he just did plain Jane's team colors.
Yep.
So I'm sure there's likely other retailers that are doing the exact same things with these ones, but these were cooked up by John. So and then I think is this a patch sleeve for the patch hit for this one?
I believe it is. See, there you go, Leo V in the house.
There we go. Perfect.
Leo V.
Straight from the horse's mouth. So I think this is a patch hit, right?
I think it is.
The sleeve jersey hit. Houstonians can correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's a cool looking logo too. I feel like there's going to be unique ways to use this logo in the future, and especially like if sometimes when we bring that primary logo as a side patch, I feel like there's going to be some unique ways to use that there too. So very excited by this logo and very, very clean hat. These are all very much hats that I would wear regularly. So speaking of City Connect, we also have the Washington Nationals here. City Connect hat. All red crown there, gray under on this. White New Era flag on these. Ben, I wonder if it is a New Era program one when it has the white New Era flag, or if this was a John cook-up. I don't know.
I don't know. But the one thing I'm going to point out is I kind of hate this hat, and it's not because of anything anybody did in particular. It's the fact that the Nationals had such an amazing City Connect last year.
Yeah.
with the cherry blossoms and stuff to
Mhm.
transition to this. Like it's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
I agree. Max is coming in to join us for recap
But
today.
I will say the design job they did with the W, and especially if you look at the bottom there, it's the top of the capital. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, very nice.
I agree.
I would
Kind of reminds me a
love to
little
see
bit of
another
the
version of this come out that has these flowers as cherry blossoms, like you said, Ben. Kind of
Yeah.
taking the
Hey, what the hell?
version from last year and combining it with this year. I think that would look sick. All right, up next we have an LA Dodgers Tokyo Series hat. Oh, we lost Ben entirely. Not sure where we went. So, but good looking crown here. LA script on the front with the Tokyo Series side patch there. Let me get a close up of this side patch. So, the rising sun side patch there. Very clean. I like this one a lot. I really like the side patch a lot.
Yeah, I think this was when we were talking about last week with the Tokyo series. I like the cherry blossom front logo ones that they had. I think those have been my personal favorites, but I do agree with you. I really like the side patch on this one as well.
Yeah, I think everybody's just all about cherry blossoms, you know?
Yeah.
So, speaking of Tokyo series, we also have the Cubbies. So, Cubbies face logo for this one, very clean. Love that metallic blue threading on the front. Good gray. Everybody knows I'm a sucker for a gray or a green. This would be one that I'd pick up for sure. I don't know what's going on here with Ben.
I don't know.
He's spazzing out. Ben, maybe give your computer a reboot and then join back in, since we're just doing the site sleepers right now.
I know, but I'm a little scared. I'm gonna lose like complete transmission and stuff like that. So,
oh boy, yeah, your voice is really choppy too.
Yeah.
Up next, we have a Chicago Blackhawks. So really clean team color crown for this one, black solid crown. It's a pinky actually. So black gutter as well. Hat Club interior label on this one, and secondary logo as a back hit there. Very clean 75th anniversary patch on the side.
I do like that.
And then we've been releasing some Sacramento King heat very recently, and we're not slowing down, it doesn't look like. So we have this Sacramento Kings hat that released recently on the website. Also a pinky, Hat Club interior label on that one, solid black crown. And then I don't know, would this be considered their secondary logo?
yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
And actually, the interesting thing is on Twitter, a lot of people have been recently asking for like the 90s logo to return, to which case I had to explain to them, like, New Era can't do it unless the Sacramento Kings use that logo during the season. But with Mitchell Ness, we absolutely can.
Very nice. Up next, we have the Michigan Texans. So we have a navy crown on this top on the crown here with a yellow top visor, and then a mix of that navy and that yellow in the primary front logo. 20th anniversary side patch there. Good green on this one. Good turf green on this one. And then we have, I know Ben picked this one up.
I did. Picked it up when I was down over the weekend in LA.
Very nice, as he does for every single Champions hat. Very unique on this one. So this one has a gold top button, gold front logo, very clean Champion side patch there. So this is a official on-field hat. So it's got the black UV, black gutter, but gold interior taping on this one. I like that addition that New Era did to this, which I don't think they've done on any of them yet, right?
They had, if I remember correctly, the first team to do it was actually the 22 Astros.
Okay. Very cool. Gold New Era flag on the side and gold raised MLB Batterman on the back. But traditionally what we see with these Champion hats too is a gold outline on the logos, and this one went all in and did a gold front logo. The jerseys are sick too. I love the jerseys that came out for this. So
actually, one thing I will point out in regard to ring ceremony hat history, because the arrogant San Francisco Giants were the first team to do it, they use the gold logo for their front logo the first time around, but a lot of it just has to do with the fact that most teams have an outline around their logo, so that's why it's typically an outline in gold. Whereas the Giants, the Dodgers, Oakland A's, and New York Yankees, another example that of teams that just have a primary logo, no outline around it. So hence why that was gold.
Very nice. Thank you for the
nerd shit right there.
Yeah, the hatchication. Oh, we lost Ben again. So up next we have an Anaheim Ducks two-tone, so real tree camo for the top visor and top button. Really, really clean hat. I know that this one is cooked at Hat Club LA. Not sure about if that went to any other stores, but it's halfway cooked online. So I imagine that stock's pretty low. So if you're thinking about getting this hat, I would definitely do
I want to say all the Southern California stores got that hat, but that might be it.
Okay, Robo Ben confirmed. Southern California stores got it. Good green underneath here. Black gutter, black sweatband. No Hat Club interior tag on this one. And a gold New Era flag on the side. So very, very clean. I could see you rocking this one for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely one I'll probably spin the block on. You know, if it's still up there on Friday, they would try to grab that.
Dope.
Do I still sound like a robot?
No, you do not.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Edmonton Oilers up next. Halfway cooked on this one as well. So who did we say did this logo?
Tom McFarlane of Spawn fame.
Yep. From McFarlane Toys, and DC Comics and Marvel Comics and all the comics. So Tom McFarlane did this logo. Very cool. Got that lesson myself last week. Had no idea that he did this logo for the Edmonton Oilers. So very, very cool.
Yeah. Definitely still reminds me of a Star Wars spaceship. That front logo does.
The Millennium Falcon.
I can see that.
Either Millennium Falcon,
like I said, it looks like the Millennium Falcon in reverse.
It did the Kessler run in 12
parsecs. It's going that way. That way.
Great joke.
And then we had the app early access LA Kings, which is now on our website. Only 3 sizes left in this one. So the hockey mask, front logo there, good gray. This is a nice everyday wearer. Ain't a damn thing wrong with it, as we say.
Actually, one thing I'll say in regard to that specific LA Kings hat, there is a gray crown black bill two-tone version at the Melrose store. I had no idea they had until I was there over the weekend. So scoop it up.
Oh, very nice. Up next is Ben's favorite basketball team, the Golden State Warriors.
Fuck no.
So 2025 All-Star Game side patch on this one. Very clean sports specialty script style front logo. Good gray underneath, black gutter, black interior taping. Hat Club interior label on that one, but I like it a lot.
I hate the team, but I love that hat.
We believe.
And then last but certainly not least, we'll go through actually I'll go all the way through Final Four. So we had some A-frames pop up on the site very recently, but this was one that we were actually talking about because Tef's wearing the Spumoni Cardinals hat. So we have the Spumoni D-backs in a 940 A-frame now that's available. I think it's very limited stock remaining. So if you're thinking about, that's another one. If you're thinking about scooping it, I'd say scoop it. No pun intended with the Spumoni there. So very good looking crown. One that we've brought back a few times now. This just continues to sell through and we have to keep reordering it. As an LA Dodgers A-frame 100th anniversary side patch, all black, good gray underneath. Definitely an everyday regular wearer. So some team that doesn't even need to be mentioned. And hey, Navy crown, brown top visor, good gray underneath on this one.
Wait, are you talking about the New York Torpedo Bats? Is that what I heard?
Oh, good Lord. Don't even get me started.
Hey, they just banned them already.
Ban the organization. That's what I say.
Halfway there.
There will be
that
no
would not be good
financial
for the bottom
impact.
line, Austin, and you know that.
There's no financial impact if you ban that organization.
Yeah,
from
right.
baseball. So up next we have the San Francisco Giants with the Tell It Goodbye side patch there. Very, very clean, almost like a black dome hat there. And then we have an Arizona Diamondbacks again in a Real Tree A-frame trucker. This one's super clean. I love I think this is like the second time we've brought this back. No,
Yes.
definitely not the first time. So this one must be selling quick everywhere. So
yeah, we did a Giants version and a Dodgers version, and both of those are just cleaned out already. So the Diamondbacks is the first one to come back again.
Okay. And then LA Dodgers, this is another one that we've restocked a couple times now too. So very, very clean hats. I almost said Minnesota Wild. I don't know why I almost said Minnesota
How
Wild.
dare you, sir?
Villanova Wildcats. 1985 Final Four patch on this one. If you're a size 7, you're in luck. If you're not, you should have fucking bought it. So good pinky on this one. I know Tef owns this hat personally. If I hadn't picked up the Terps hat, I probably would have picked up this one. So
hey, you know who owns that hat?
Ben does.
The guy who fucking helped design it. Goddamn right.
And then we have the Final Four pack here. So full size run available in the Arizona Wildcats 1997 Final Four patch there. Good gray. These are all pretty much team color. And then you have the Kentucky Wildcats for 1998. Good gray again. Very clean. You have the UNC Tar Heels.
Boo.
Yeah, 2005 patch on that one. And then the Kansas Jayhawks, Rock Chalk. 50th anniversary of the Final Four on that side patch. And then Indiana Hoosiers cleaning it up with the 1987. Ben, would you ever support the Indiana Hoosiers?
Yeah, actually, they've had some pretty solid players go through there.
What's that?
They've had some pretty solid players go through there.
Okay. I didn't know with you being a Pacers guy if you would also. I know why you're a Pacers guy, but I didn't know if just like by association.
I actually almost went to school at Indiana University.
Oh wow. I have a buddy that went to Indiana. Yeah. So shout out Alex Hipp if you're watching. Which I doubt you are. So but yeah, then that's Site Sleepers, folks.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Great hats.
Whew. I'm starting to think all the tabs I have open may be what's causing my issues on my end, but
too much processing power there, Ben.
A little bit. The one thing I'll point out is we are going to announce the winners of the gift card for opening day at the end of the show. So once we get through all these hats, that's actually open on my end is the randomizer and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe I should shut it down and see if that improves things and just open it back up later.
Yeah, maybe. Give it a shot.
Maybe.
All right, see what happens.
Oh, flash fire.
Hopefully things are better. They're closed. So
what did Flash say? I'm trying to find it.
I feel like my audio and my screen are like not synced up, which is kind of weird. So
that's a little bit off, but it's not anything that's terribly noticeable. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, my biggest problem with or issue with restarting everything is would we still have the Instagram feed? Because I know obviously Restream will still keep going because you guys are here.
I am unsure on that, so that's a pretty good call. So.
Okay, I'm gonna not do that and just hope everything works out.
We'll test it. We should test that out sometime though. Like that's something that we should be testing out to see if you did log off, if like the IG feed and the Twitch feed would still keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't do that right now, but we'll do it some other random time. So I'll give it a shot.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. And then keep capping. I saw you in the comments earlier. I'm glad you're the one that got the Scott Skiles Orlando Magic jersey I gave away at the LA pull-up too. Good home to go to. So glad you won it.
Trippy Ricky, this is the cap hat. So I'll show it off there a little bit closer.
Captain America.
Beautiful execution on that side patch there.
Get that man a shield.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say.
All right. Ready to start talking about some hats that are dropping over the next week?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right. So the first section, these are the only ones that weren't sent to me, so we have to go through photos on these. So I'm a little concerned there's going to be some hiccups, but we will see what happens. This is going to be Friday, April 4th. These are going to be dropping at 7 o'clock in the morning West Coast time, 10 a.m. East Coast time. All these are going to be A-frames. And we are starting with the Realtree Camo Arizona Diamondbacks Snakehead. It is a plain Jane, got a nice little purple button up top, and everything's on the screen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
There.
And then moving to the other details, gray undervisor, so cool gray undervisor, black snap feature, and all these are going to be made in China.
Is this a Stone Cold? No.
I mean, you could technically call it that, but the color scheme was different from obviously the stunner version that we dropped originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
This could be a second version of it, I guess.
The Texas rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Up next is another fine Arizona Diamondbacks. This time it's going to be a light stone gray crown, brown button, brown upper visor, combination of metallic gold, metallic graphite, metallic copper, 1998 inaugural season side patch. I
like this hat a lot. I think at first when I saw it, I thought it was chrome white. So stone is actually a really nice touch for those colors.
What's that interior color of the D logo?
I believe that is
looks like metallic.
It kind of looks metallic gold, but I mean it's a little bit lighter shade, so it might be like a sand, like tan.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Wilder is saying that it is a 2.0 of
it's a 2.0 basically.
Yeah.
I have to go back and have to find my OG.
There we go.
So that I can wear it for next week's show.
CG, you did not miss a ton. We just got into what's dropping next week. We just did Site Sleepers before this.
Site Sleepers.
Beep, 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 beep.
The exterior and underbuild details on this one. Brown snap feature in the back, Hat Club original pink under visor, black sweatband, and this one also is made in China. All right.
Oh, it's a copper rose gold.
Interesting. Okay.
That's a little chewy. Very champagne.
Champagne. I like that.
Not bad. I like it. Yeah. I was going to say, it doesn't look like real, doesn't look like real gold.
I was going to say, this is the problem when I don't have them in hands. I can't know for sure. But this one I know for sure. This is going to be a two-tone version of the cattle pack.
Cowhide.
Cowhide. Thank you.
Yeah, cowhide.
I knew as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was going to say the wrong version of it. So this is the only cowhide that's going to be dropping on Friday in an A-frame form for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Don't worry if you're on Discord. You probably saw a sneak preview of something that I'm actually surprised Gazer showed off. But hey, them's the joys of being a member of the Discord family.
Yeah, he got the blessings to show the full clip.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But 25th anniversary Arizona born side patch on this bad boy. And exterior under details, Hat Club original pink undervisor, black snap feature, black sweatband made in China.
I know Davey will definitely be picking up this one.
Yup.
Davey told me that she has a strong feeling that 90% of her hats that she buys this year are going to be A-frames.
Interesting.
I was like, that is a bold statement. And she goes, I just love the fit of them, and I'm loving the price too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Good for her.
Good for her.
I think mine's going to be more like 50-50.
I think I'm still rocking fitteds. I'm old school like that, baby.
Well, you look good in that 970, Ben.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we did more 970s, I might lean more toward that. I feel like personally the 970s fit better on my head than the 940s do.
Yeah, you got a lot of hairs.
A lot of hairs.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Up next is a black crown, black upper visor, Dodger blue button. Showtime for the side patch, LA Dodgers. Not a lot else going on here. Just cool gray under visor, black sweatband, black snap feature in the back, made in China.
It's clean, like you said, solid everyday wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, basic Dodger blue game version with the white LA logo, but the South Korean flag for the side patch.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a pair of Air Jordan 3s that released last year. I think it was like the international Air Jordan 3s. It's definitely a sneaker I'll wear with this hat.
Nice. Let's see. Cool gray undervisor, blue snap feature in the back, black sweatband made in China. Up next, basically the same hat, except this time we're going navy blue crown and upper visor, red button, white interior LA logo with the red outline in South Korea side patch once again.
Here we go. Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
Sorry to throw an eye drop in my left eye real quick.
Grambo, I say you dabble in it. Like, dabble in the A-frame. Man, it never hurts. Never hurts. Pick up your first one. And then, if anything, what I've found too, like that, and like I agree with Davey, like with the price point scenario. I've had times where I'm like, do I really want to be dropping cash right now? And then I see a A-frame that I like, and I go and scoop that because it's cheaper. And I'm like, I don't feel as bad about myself. So I don't feel like such a degenerate just giving back my paycheck to Hat Club when I saved myself like 7 shekels.
I could have spent $52, but
You're right. Instead, I spent
less.
So yeah.
You know, sometimes dabbling in your hobbies is good, but then sometimes paying your rent and or mortgage is a little more important.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Gray undervisor on this one, navy blue snap feature, black sweatband made in China. Up next, olive green crown, upper visor, lavender button. Is that, what flower is that? Is that just a lavender?
I feel like it is with the lavender.
More than likely.
Yeah.
With a light
lilac, maybe.
Lilac is a good one. But a light pink interior, white outline, LA Dodgers plain Jane.
Now, is that top button Benjamin also it looks like it's lavender too.
Yeah. Easter's right around the corner, so good hat to pick up for a festive holiday ham.
I did pick up an Easter ham the other day, and I have no intentions on eating it on Easter.
Hat Club original pink undervisor on this one, olive green snap feature, black sweatband made in China. Next, A-frame cord version of the Tokyo series hats that we dropped a couple days ago. This time it's a chrome white crown, black button, black upper visor. Like I said, the chrome or the not the chrome rope, the cord rope going across the front, and the 2025 Tokyo series graphic on the front for the LA Dodgers.
And you know, I think that this would I don't think I would cut the cord off of this one.
No, I wouldn't either. I really like the cord. I think Brentfiend did a picture of this on her page, and I was like, I think the cord actually gives it a very nice touch aesthetically.
It gives it character.
It does.
As Calvin's dad would say in the Calvin and Hobbes comics back in the day.
I was not expecting a Calvin and Hobbes reference today.
Hey, you know what? I do that on occasion. Good gray undervisor, black sweatband, black snap feature, made in China. And then another Shohei Ohtani with the kanji graphics in the front, the number 17 in a flawless style on the front. But then, of course, the 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases side patch, black crown, black upper visor. Not quite Dodger blue up top for the button. I want to say it's actually the blue color scheme for the team they played with in Japan.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah. I always forget the name of the team they play in Japan. I don't know why.
It's like isn't it just like the city name or something?
I feel like it's like some sort of, I think it's like flying. I gotta see. Let me go double check.
I got it. Oh, it's the Ham Fighters. That's right.
Ham Fighters.
It's always funny because the first name that always comes to mind is the Oryx Blue Wave, but that was the team that Ichiro played for.
Yeah.
My bad. Next up, Golden State Warriors. This, of course, is their City Connect logo. So light navy crown, black upper visor, red button, and the City Connect logo in the front.
Okay.
Now like I'm trying to place the color scheme, Ben. So this is based off of their uniforms, or okay, got you.
Yes, it is. But this one's going to have a gray undervisor, black snap feature, black sweatband, made in China. I want to go back. There was a photo that was missing, and that, of course, is the undervisor detail and stuff for this particular hat, the Dodger one. I didn't have it in the photo files that was sent over. Thanks, Wilder. I'm just messing with you. But I'm pretty sure it's a gray undervisor.
I can see that.
Another Golden State Warriors. This time, it's actually a take on a fitted hat that we did years ago. So it's the number 30 for Steph Curry trolley car, which is actually indicative of the 1970s Golden State Warriors jerseys. But black crown, black upper visor, royal blue button up top, plain Jane.
I like that.
Yeah, we sold the hell out of these when we had them as fitted back in the day. So I kind of imagine these ones will actually do pretty well as well.
Okay.
But this one's going to have gray undervisor, black snap feature, black sweatband, made in China. Up next, the Flamin' Graphite, but also the Flames in Lakers color, Los Angeles Lakers, with their alternate basketball crown side patch, black crown, black upper visor, purple button.
That is what I like to call moist.
I definitely have a Warren Lotus shirt that could very easily wear with that. I think it's actually the one I think LeBron had wore when within his first couple seasons with the team. Like a guy walks into a bar in the City of Angels. Yeah, that's definitely the one I would wear with that. That's clean.
I like this. Good gray undervisor, black snap feature, black sweatband, made in China. And then the same thing goes for the Phoenix Suns one right
that
here.
one's nice too.
This one actually look like a little bit more, especially with the multiple side patches.
Yeah,
of the
that's
flag
sick.
of Arizona,
Exactly.
the Seguro, and I can't remember what the other patch in the corner is, but I don't have another angle on it.
Looks like it's it might look like it's a 48 because they're the 48th state.
That would make sense.
When did these drop, Ben?
These are all on Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Okay.
7 a.m. baby, West Coast time.
10 a.m.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I did have another photo. It's a 68. So their first season in the NBA, which actually makes more sense.
Okay.
My bad.
Got the second number right. I did not get the first number right. That's pretty sick. I like that. That.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a Miami Heat hat that possibly could be done like that too.
Ooh.
I would be interested to see that as well.
It's just got Pitbull's head on the side and it says Dolly.
Mr. Worldwide.
Dolly.
Mr. 305.
Yeah.
My God. This one does have the Graphite Suns logo on the back, metallic graphite, gray undervisor, black sweatband, and a black snap feature, made in China.
I do like the I personally am feeling the Lakers one a little bit more.
Okay.
Just because of the colors, I think on the Flames, but I do like both though.
I think
you know what? Well, you know what's funny? We've had like a few really good Lakers hats this year, that the team has cooked up. And it was funny. I was giving all the kudos to the Suns with the Valley hat, the 940, and then also the fitted. And now this week, giving Lakers their props, and then also the Suns having their props too.
Lake Show, baby.
Lake Show.
It's about to get more insane here in just a second, so give me 1 sec. All right. These are the last two. And of course, I saved the best for last. Toronto Maple Leafs. Real tree camo, purple leaf, purple 100-year anniversary for the side patch. And that is a mint green on the inside there for the Toronto Maple Leafs, as well as the threads of the leaf there.
Ben, I'm gonna steal your thunder really quickly. This is not dropping Friday.
I had a feeling when I saw this, it was like, okay, but this was part of the pack, and it's
it must have just not got. So it is dropping soon, chat. It is dropping soon, but it's not dropping Friday. It's dropping
week after next, right?
What's that?
It's the week after next, right?
Yeah, I believe it's
Yeah.
dropping. I want to say the 15th. I want to
Okay.
say.
Listen.
So you're getting a sneak preview. So Ben,
Yeah.
don't show off the other one.
Don't show off
Yeah.
the other one?
Huh?
You said don't show off the other one?
Screw it. Just show it.
So this is the other one that's dropping along with that. So the Black Crown Kelly Green version, Kelly Green logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, just for those, collectors that like chronic rides on Puff the
Yeah.
Magic Dragon, this is a great couple hats for you there, buddy.
Right.
But yeah, that's it for Friday. So, or Friday morning more specifically. Sorry.
Yeah, sans the last two, chat.
Except
So
for
the last two,
last two are on the 15th. So
they're still labeled as for Friday, so I feel like that needs to change.
yes, it definitely does. It was
God
supposed to. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
Alibo, exactly. For those of us that that like up in smoke things or chronically riding Puff the Magic Dragon, these are hats that maybe you may want to own for yourself. Just saying, just thoughts.
Oh
Yes,
my
before
God.
it all goes up in smoke.
Yeah. Thank you, Austin. Didn't leave me hanging there. Didn't leave me hanging there.
All right,
Thank
so
you,
at least
Leo. Thank you.
that covers Friday morning. So it's obviously all the hats I just showed off, minus the Toronto Maple Leafs, which will drop a little bit later in the month.
Yeah.
But the main drop that we got going on this week, of course, is going to be the watercolor camos. We've got two tones, and we got full-on crown and upper visors that are matching as far as the watercolor camouflage. So I am going to start with all the two tones. And they're going to be dropping Friday, like I said, April 4th as well, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, as well as at every Hack Club location. So local teams will go to local stores. But we are going to start off with Teferi's Atlanta Braves in the burgundy crown, white logo, and of course that watercolor camo button and upper visor. This particular camouflage, the material for it, it's actually a blend, 80% polyester, 20% cotton. And it feels like the ripstop material. So shout out to Freddie on this one. This is a custom job by him as far as this particular camouflage layout, as well as the material and the 2000 All-Star game for the side patch.
Listen, all I'm going to say is, the All-Star game is in my city. So have some respect, people of the chat. Thank you. But yes, this is definitely a really good crown. Shouts out to Freddie on this. So you said that the top visor, Ben, is actually like more of like ripstop material?
Yeah. I mean, you won't notice as much just because of the fact that with obviously the cardboard that's on the inside here, it's a little bit stiffer. The only time you really kind of notice the ripstop more is when I get to the ripstop or the watercolor camouflage crowns.
Yeah. And Ben, see if you can just show off, like if you can hold up the hat like this, so that way we can get a better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Leave it there for a second, because that's doing a really good job of showing off that watercolor camo. So that was something that was done uniquely by Freddie. So Freddie with another banger there. With he's been rocking the camo all 2025 so far, and it's been doing a good job at it. So custom Hat Club print to that. Really, really, really clean.
Yeah.
Can't say it, I don't think there's a damn thing wrong with them, as we say.
No.
Nope.
Flat stitch baddie on the back in the traditional red, white, and blue colorway. All these, or actually most of these, are going to have gray under visors. All of them will have white sweatbands. All will have the Hack Club logo on the inside.
Not all have the gray under visor. There's a couple pinkies, I believe.
Yeah, I corrected myself right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was going to say, but they all have the white sweatband and the Hack Club tag. And they're all going to be made in Bangladesh. So.
Yes, in Philly there is one. I think that are there any still hats of the 2025 All-Star game that are still up on the site, Ben? I feel like most of those are gone.
I think they are mostly gone.
They are mostly gone, but
we got a lot of season left, so don't worry, there will be more coming.
Yep.
Up next is going to be Mexico. Not the World Baseball Classic, but basically the World Baseball Classic. The only thing is it doesn't have the WBC logo in the back. But it does have the traditional Mexico baseball logo on the front. So a combination of white, Kelly green, and metallic copper on the outskirts. Mexican flag for the side patch. This is a brown crown with an olive green button. Or sorry, it isn't olive green. It's actually the watercolor camo. This one just happened to come out completely olive green. But that's not to say all of the buttons are going to look like this. It's all based on whatever cut of the material it is, much like the upper visor.
Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Quick update on that 2025 All-Star Game side patch. We do have a couple of hats available on the website. They're not Hat Club customs. They're just the like the road and home game with the All-Star Game side patch. Official on fields. So they're black UVs on there. But that's all that we have right now. But I know that there's more coming in the very near future.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. Up next, I feel like this is going to be one of the high demand ones. Chicago Cubs. So navy blue for the crown, watercolor camo button and upper visor, of course. Metallic red for the circle around, white but just basic royal blue threading for the angry bear face logo, otherwise known as the Ryan Sandberg, as I like to call it. But the 1990 All-Star Game for this eye patch.
Yeah, olive and navy is always a crazy combination. So very, very well executed. Well done, crown here.
And this one, of course, is going to be a gray undervisor, white sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh. Next up, somebody was asking for a Colorado Rockies hat of late, and guess what? We got one coming for you.
Boom.
Black crown, watercolor camo, upper visor, and button. This, of course, is going to be the jersey script. So from the Todd Helton era, that is metallic silver on the interior there, white for the exterior, and the 1995 Coors Field side patch.
I agree with LeBang. I think this is my favorite so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I like because this is like almost seashell that's in the actual grooves of the Rockies. Yeah, it's like almost like it's not really tan. It's like almost like an off-white-esque seashell kind of color.
Some might say it's Rocky Mountain gray, you know?
I could see that. I could see why people would say that with that one.
This one is going to be a good gray undervisor, white sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh.
Grambo, the A-frames that are dropping on Friday are 940s, not 970s.
No, do not go upsize on these. This is a 7 1/4 and it is very snug on my head because I wear a 7 1/2. So pretty accurate to size.
Okay.
Up next, Houston Astros. Good little cilantro green for the crown. The mid-90s Open Star logo, some metallic gold with a white exterior, and 35th anniversary. This is going to be a team colorway side patch.
That's a high definition patch right there.
Yeah.
But I do like the more I'm seeing this 35th, the more I'm liking it. Shouts out to the design team for, making me a believer in that 35th anniversary patch.
This is currently in my number 1 spot.
Interesting.
Currently, from what you've shown, but there's one that is going to beat it that I know.
Yeah, I think I know which one it's going to be. Royal blue metallic gold on either side of the flat stitch Batterman logo. Good gray undervisor, white sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh. This one actually came out a lot better than I was expecting. Been a while since we've added Florida Marlins to the mix, but navy blue crown. And this is kind of like it's like a little bit of blue hint, but also metallic silver for the interior logo there. So if it's translating as blue, like a blue hue through the camera, you're not being deceived. That is accurate.
It might be one of those, like there's because we have, not to brag, but we have special access to things being Hat Club. So but it might be one of the special threadings that we're able to have access to.
Because that doesn't look like just a regular steely blue. That almost looks like iris almost a little bit. Like fish scale. Fish scale is the color fish scale was the threading I'm specifically talking about.
Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't call this metallic icy blue because there is a very big distinction between this and metallic icy. I wouldn't call it sky blue either. I'm not trying to pick on you, Alibo, I promise. But yeah, 1993 inaugural season side patch. So let's say you can see like this blue up top is just kind of more traditional threading.
Yeah.
Not quite sea foam. It's a little bit of a lighter shade there.
Yep. Yeah,
But,
I think that's got to be one of those special Mr. Caps, as Austin's always bragging.
Always bragging.
Yeah, I'm bragging about our access to threads. Deal with it. So,
good gray undervisor, white
nice
sweatband.
It's nice.
You don't have this thread? You're not qualified. Sorry.
It's not the traditional metallic blue gray.
No.
Soldiers of 4chan. I like that name. Soldiers of 4chan.
It's not glow in the dark CG. I was gonna say it's just traditional white. So that wraps it up for the polyester crown two tones. Now I'm gonna move on to the watercolor camo two tones, and I feel like this one's gonna be in the top spot for Austin. Starting with the Baltimore Orioles. So yes, watercolor camo crown. A bit of a cilantro green button and upper visor. This is the 1989 full body Baltimore Oriole. So the more cartoon looking bird. Oriole Park at Camden Yards for the side patch, 20th anniversary.
Hell yeah. That is a nice looking hat.
Then this is the first time I've liked that combination of the 80s logo and then that side patch. Did we do this on what was the other pack that we did that where the bricks were actually colored in? Using that.
That was one we just dropped.
Yeah, that was one. I'm just trying to remember what that pack name was.
Oh no, that was the reflective pack.
Reflective pack. Yeah, that's what it was. Mm-hmm.
Sold the shit out of that.
Yeah.
This is another one with a retro green, or sorry, not green, gray, cool gray under visor, white sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, and like I said, it's the 80-20 polyester cotton blend. I'm going to try this one on just because it's still a tight fit on me. It's a 7 1/4, maybe a little bit looser than the polyester crown, but I would still say whatever your size is, go with your size.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. Up next is going to be the same version for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's going to be the cursive script. White interior logo, metallic copper for the exterior there. Diamondbacks purple for the button and upper visor, and of course the watercolor camo for the crown. And wouldn't be this colorway if it wasn't equipped with the 1998 inaugural season side patch.
That one's dope too.
Yeah, I do like this one. I do agree with Austin though. Probably you said Orioles is in your top spot right now.
Orioles. Yeah, top spot. This one's number 4 for me.
So Sub Diego asks, is there a checkerboard effect I am seeing? In a sense, yes. It's kind of more of like a hexagonal pattern that's going on. So kind of this is where I was talking about with the ripstop material in this particular type of camouflage. So yes, it is kind of like that subtle hint of like all the square logos and stuff going on. But it's like from a distance, you can't tell. Up close, obviously you can.
Yeah. Still very clean.
Still very clean. Flat stitch baddie. Cool gray under visor, white sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh. That does it for the watercolor camo two tones. Now on to the full bodies. And what I mean by that is watercolor camo crown, upper visor, and button. Full bodies.
It's crazy work.
Well, I mean, if I would have called it a 5950 as we traditionally do, then it would have confused people.
Yeah, I would have just.
So I went with full bodies because that's less confusing somehow.
Yeah, I just call them solid.
This is going to be the 50th anniversary of Dodger Stadium, so traditional team colorway for that side patch. Same with the flat stitch baddie on the back. And as Austin was mentioning earlier, there are some that have a Hat Club original pink under visors. This is one of them. Also comes with the white sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh. And of course, the other pink bottom, you guessed it, Austin's favorite, the New York Yankees with the 1999 World Series side patch.
You know, at least Austin, he didn't say with the full print. That would have been crazier work. So I'm happy that he did say, you know.
Well, now
Full
just when I'm
body.
showing off slight sleepers, I'm not going to say solid crowns anymore. I'm going to say full-bodied crowns.
Full body.
Is he describing wine or is he describing a hat?
Yeah. It's got an earthy aroma to it.
It might. You never know. But yeah, that's the entire run of the watercolor camos that are dropping once again this Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, as well as at every Hack Club location.
But wait, there's more.
There is more.
So to celebrate, and this is only going to be for the watercolor camo pack, just so everybody knows. So if you purchase the watercolor camo pack, and then there's also something happening for gamers across the world tomorrow night with the return of Verdansk in COD. We're merging the two. Two become one. So if you buy a watercolor camo hat, and enter one of the promo codes below, and it's important to know which the promo codes are Xbox, PlayStation, BattleNet, or Steam. You have to enter in one of those promo codes, whichever one you have. You'll be entered to win 10,000 COD points. And that is only on purchases on Friday, and only if you enter in that promo code. So that promo code not only is going to get you entered into the sweepstakes, but it's also going to get you free shipping on that drop as well. And again, only for the watercolor camos, only on Friday, and only if you enter in that promo code, one of these promo codes that is for whichever code you would want to receive. So if you own a Xbox, you're obviously going to put in Xbox. If you own a PlayStation, you're going to put in PlayStation. If you have PC and you have it downloaded via BattleNet, you need to put in BattleNet. If you have it downloaded via Steam, you have to put in Steam as your promo code. So 4 different promo codes, Friday only, watercolor camo only, enter to win 10,000 COD points from Hack Club.
Nice.
Wouldn't it be better to buy the actual COD points?
I got you.
The COD points, that's like over $100 in COD points.
Yeah, it's $100. Yeah, it's
so
$100. Yeah.
So you're getting your hat, and then you're also entering to win over $100 in COD points.
Yeah. For half the price.
Yeah. So
you're getting more out of it.
Yeah. And we're not just saying that just to say it. Like, I literally just looked up on callofduty.com to get 10,000 COD points with a 3,000 point bonus is $99, $99.99 to be exact. So
Jesus.
There you go. $100 in COD points right there. So get you.
So wasn't that said it? Oh yeah. In your face, Wydroni.
There you go.
What are you doing?
Never heard anybody complain about entering a free sweepstakes before.
It's like, yeah, but you know, Ronnie, it's a gamble, you know, it's a game of chance. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Right.
You never know.
Right. So if you want to just go and spend, it's more than the price of the hat. It's more than the price of the hat if you want to just go and buy the COD points themselves. So.
Exactly, Ronnie. What's life if you're not just taking some risks? You know, wear your shirt on the other side of the wear it inside out.
As they say, scared money don't make COD points.
You know what? Put that on the shirt, Austin. Scared money does not make COD points. That is the quote.
Scared money don't make COD points. That's all I gotta say.
Oh shit.
All right.
I don't know why that was so funny.
I think it was just we were just all riffing off of each other at that point. It's like, hey, we're in it.
It was good. It was good. And I just realized it's what you doing. What would you do? I don't know. WY.
What you doing, Ronnie?
I can't say it right.
Yeah.
We love you, man. It's all in good fun.
Yeah.
What would a gambler do? WWGD.
I don't know. I've never gambled in my life. Wink.
Yeah.
All right.
And weren't you just talking about a specific pack that you're making too?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one-arm bandit pack, I think, Austin is what
exactly.
Yeah.
So tomorrow there's going to be restocks of hats. That's why we jumped to Friday. So yeah. And then speaking of restocks, some of these are restocks, some of these aren't, but this jumps into Saturday. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. So Saturday is kind of a variety pack of sorts. These are going to drop at 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time. Really out of nowhere, Arizona Cardinals, pretty solid one. Chrome white crown, Cardinal red button and upper visor with the
Pro Bowl.
1988 Pro Bowl. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what year that was.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
I know. It's like out of season, but just out of nowhere. Hey, here's a really
drafts
dope
around the
Cardinals
corner. Draft is this month.
I know. Arizona Cardinals script in the back, good gray under visor, black sweatband, and this one's made in China. Boom.
What's up, Olabode?
Up next, this is a restock. Two-tone Los Angeles Dodgers, black crown, four-screen button and upper visor, metallic silver Los Angeles script on the front. Oh, shit.
Is that something we've dropped before?
I think that might be.
We've never used this patch before. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I said, I don't remember that one.
I don't even know what year side patch this is. What? Oh, it's 1963. Sorry, let me look at the tag on the bottom. 1963 side patch.
There we go.
Holy shit. So I will take a little. So forest green and metallic silver, of course, on either side of the flat stitch Batterman logo. Good gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in China. Like I said, some of these are restocks, some of these are brand new. So my apologies.
I think when I looked at the front logo for the first time, I thought it was like maybe like a restock of May the 4th, but but the side patch was like, I don't remember that one being it.
So I'm gonna go to normal screen before I show off the rest of these. I was talking with somebody about this at the Hat Club pull up. Most of the time when I request these hats and pull them out of the box, like I'll go through them quickly just to make sure they're in the right place as far as the order that I talk about them in the date. But for the most part, I don't really fully examine the hats. Like I want to be surprised showing these off much in the same sense of you guys witnessing them for the first time. So
why is chat hating the Dodgers right now?
I think it's just right now. It's kind of like
7-win streak.
I don't know what it. I think it's just I've noticed it too. We've definitely been cranking out a lot of Dodgers hats, but it makes sense. They're the reigning World Series champions at this point.
And they're selling. You know.
Yeah.
People want them.
Jen Voorhees, I'll go back to your question here in just a minute. So this one I know is a restock. So forest green crown, button upper visor, metallic gold New York Yankees front logo with the 1949 World Series patch.
Ethan's an Angels fan. That's making sense now.
Ethan's an Angels and USC fan. Who the fuck are you, man?
Loves the color red.
Jesus.
BRB.
Flat stitch batting on the back, good gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in China.
Yams, we can't even really buy a run right now. So at this point, Braves are in a tough spot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They are.
A very tough spot.
New York Islanders up next. So big front logo with the alternate fisherman logo on the front. Light navy crown, black button, black upper visor. 25th anniversary for the side patch. Combination of navy blue and orange for the flat stitch NHL shield on the back. Hat Club original icy under visor. So good combination there for a good hockey hat. Black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and this one made in China.
And that's not a restock, is it, Ben?
This one's not a restock. This is a brand new one.
Okay, two-tone. Yeah, because I think the other one was like tonal. So yeah, no, that makes sense.
This one is an interesting one, I gotta say. So Brooklyn Dodgers, white crown. It's a combination between pink and infrared. It's definitely more on the pink side of things. But indigo upper visor and button and 1949 All-Star Game at Ebbets Field side patch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Feels like it's got a very specific reason why that was done that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really trying to, from a color scheme perspective, trying to think what color scheme that could be really emulating. I don't know.
But I will say the flat stitch batting on the back, I feel like probably like goes into that because it's black and yellow.
Good call out, Alibo. Good call out. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Trying to find his comment. Where is
He
it?
says DTRT.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
And it is a Hat Club original pink under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in China.
But does pink make sense there? I thought that was red.
It's like more like an infrared.
No, it's like it's more on the infrared side.
In the actual title itself.
I would say actually the script is more fuchsia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Like I'm Mandela effect right now.
No, yeah, I'm actually because Mookie's jersey was definitely, was the traditional Jackie Robinson, which was red, and that. So I don't think it's necessarily picking off of that, but there's definitely. I'll just have to scrub the movie. That's a good thing for me to watch tonight while I edit. I'm gonna watch that again tonight.
Fantastic,
great movie. All right, up next, Los Angeles Dodgers once again. Black crown, button, upper visor, purple, metallic gold, and a little bit of white in the script. And same color scheme for the 60th anniversary of the Dodgers in Los Angeles. So definitely a cool fashion vibe to this one. Flat stitch batting on the back in the same color scheme. Hat Club original pink under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in China.
I feel like the sacrifice that's been made at the top of Q2 is no more San Jose Sharks, more Los Angeles Dodgers.
Hey, we're getting there. We haven't even finished. I'm just getting done with Saturday. And somebody was asking if we could still make this logo and team, and apparently we can because Tampa Bay Smokers up next. Red crown, black button, black upper visor. Florida State League side patch here.
Yeah, that's some heat there. Yeah, Chad, that's one of those ones.
No side patch on the back because this predates, minor league baseball and stuff like that. But it does have a Hat Club original pink under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and it is made in China as well. So,
Sub Diego, that's why you have to get this hat so you could just wear it. So then when someone says the law at you, you could just point to your hat. Just be like, well, I do what I want.
That's right. There we go. All right. So that's going to wrap up Saturday. Once again, these are dropping at 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time. HatClub.com, Hat Club app.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Christian, I do vaguely remember seeing a Smokers that did release NoHo. So I got to go back and look through my save posts. But yeah, I'm glad that a lot of these are actually starting to get wider releases.
Yeah, me too. All right, so we already showed you one A-frame collection that, of course, is going to be dropping Friday morning. We got a second collection dropping on Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. It is a recreation of a collection that everybody knows and loves. That, of course, I'm talking about is Louis V, baby.
Louis V.
Hell yeah.
A-frame form. So I'll go quickly through these because obviously you guys know the fitted versions. But yes, all these are going to be A-frames, black crown, button, black upper visor, all going to have red under visors, but Atlanta Braves with the 1995 World Series side patch.
King Louis.
Louis, indeed.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Black sweatbands, and all these are going to be made in China. Who is Louis? Louis is the head of customer service for Hat Club, if you didn't know that. Next up, you can find me for this one. It is the Oakland Athletics. A''S logo on the front with the 1989 Battle of the Bay side patch.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, chat with an interesting Cap Crusader was saying that if the snap feature were red, that would have been a nice touch.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. And that is doable.
It is doable. San Francisco Giants up next. 2010 World Series side patch.
I like it.
And then we got Austin's favorite New York Yankees
Oh,
with the 1950 World Series side patch.
So did we use that same side patch on the cookies and cream revamp? We did that too, right?
We did, yeah.
We did, yeah.
And the last one I have in my hand is the LA Dodgers with the 40th anniversary of the Dodgers move to Los Angeles. But there are two other ones I have to show off. Give me 1 sec. I got to bring the photos up because for some reason they were accidentally not included in the box. So, un momento.
Vibe Conda. I've copped several A-frames and I've never run into crooked brims and logos.
Ooh.
So the first one to show off, of course, is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks, the blacked out snake face with the red eyes, and same features, of course, going to be for the 1998 inaugural season side patch. Probably the best. Probably one. And I was gonna say it's funny to me that the best two of the snapbacks or the Louis V's that we brought back in A-frame form are, of course, the ones that I don't have in hand. The second one, of course, being the Anaheim Angels or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, blacked out A logo, metallic gold crown, 2002 World Series side patch.
So everybody on IG chat, everybody on Twitch chat that's shouting, "Where's the Angels? Where are the Angels?" It's right there.
Right there.
We gave it to
somebody had hit me up the other day because it got accidentally posted to the website early.
Oh,
and a quote unquote immediately sold out. Don't worry, it just says sold out because they just pulled the inventory from the website, so it'll get restocked on Friday or Monday. Sorry, Monday.
Uh-huh.
My bad. But yeah, that's it for the Louis V's that are going to be dropping on Monday.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And we only got one more little pack to show off. It's a little 4-pack, and this is, of course, going to be a variety pack for Tuesday, April 8th, 7 a.m. West Coast time, 10 a.m. East Coast time. 3 of these hats are brand new, but one of these hats is a restock. And the restock is going to be this lovely Houston Astros with a black crown, red button, baby blue upper visor. H logo with the red star and a little bit of baby blue as far as the drop shadow there in the H.
That was a pop-up exclusive, right, Ben?
It was.
Yeah.
2017 World Series side patch. H-Town Boy, it is a restock because, well, technically it's a restock because we only sold it at one place, and that was in Houston. So yes, this is the first time it'll be available for everybody to scoop up on the website and the app. Does come with a flat stitch baddie on the back in metallic blue, metallic icy blue, black, and red. And red under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. And this bad boy is made in China.
I didn't really want to think about it that way, Chewy, but yes, very much Nacho Libre, you know, makes me think of that immediately.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah,
a very oily crown. If you know, you know.
I like that. Shohei Ohtani fitted this time, so much like that black A-frame that we're dropping on Friday, it's going to have the same kanji script across the front, the flawless red 17 in the corner this time, as opposed to blue in the black snapback, but traditional Dodger blue crown, Dodger blue upper visor, white button up top, and then that Showtime, so I can actually, guys, give you like a full range of what that looks like for the side patch.
Man, the Dodgers hate is real tonight.
I don't get it. I mean, if we're talking about Padres fans in here, I get it.
Yeah.
Flat stitch, rounded off Batterman logo on the back, cool gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, and made in China on this bad boy.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
This is funny.
All right, 2 hats to go. Chana SFC, you wanted a Sharks hat? I got you a Sharks hat. Boom.
Hey, and it's a damn good one.
Damn good one. Chrome white crown, black upper visor, teal button, late 80s, early 90s shark biting the hockey stick logo in the front. And of course, the 5th season side patch. So first time we'll be using this side patch.
Mhm.
This does have the alternate shark fin logo in the back as opposed to the NHL shield. And this one's going to be a good gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. And this one's going to be made in China. And so for the count that we've been, accumulating throughout the hockey season since we've been allowed to make NHL hats, the San Jose Sharks are currently at 50 points. And I think we've dropped about 32 Sharks hats right now. So it's getting close, but the Sharks are actually winning games right now.
18 hats behind. So design
Yep.
team need more Sharks. We need a Shark Week every week. That's what we need.
And then the overall best hat of the next week, I say for very last. And yes, I'm going to buy the shit out of this hat. And I know a lot of other people are too. It's going to sell out immediately. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, you're fucking crazy. It is the
Wow.
royal blue crown, royal blue upper visor, Kelly green button. It is the Kelly green version of the Pucky Hartford Whalers logo. And even the goddamn side patch for the 10th anniversary is fucking sweet.
Get pucked.
Get pucked, baby.
Yeah, that's a nasty hat. Oh, that metallic green in the front is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And of course, the metallic green NHL shield with 5 stars on the back. Cool gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. And this one is made in China. And I'm not criticizing the design team, but I will say, if it did have an Hat Club original icy under visor, mwah, but I don't hate the gray. I think it's a good contrast there.
I like the gray. It keeps it classic. You know?
Yeah.
Can you show that side patch again, Ben? The
absolutely.
front logo is disgusting, but that side patch, oh my lord.
I was gonna say minimal, but so much in there because it's the W logo and then the 10 for the. Oh my god, it's so perfect.
Third in line saying no whale gray or dolphin gray. Porpoise family.
I don't know why I just thought of the snowflake scene from Ace Ventura where he's like the trainer and he's talking to the media. I don't know why. I just popped in my
head. Someone clip that, please. And then I will give away some spoilers since there's been a lot of people asking in chat. So next week's show will be 420 related hats. And then the main event pack as well. So
yes,
I will be dressed in costume for the main event pack next week.
Yes, I probably won't have much to contribute to that conversation. Ben and Tef are going to have to carry for sure.
Oh yeah, and we're both definitely going to be in character.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's the only way to do
it.
I'll
just moderate chat during that time, I guess.
I love it.
Because I don't know what the hell will be going on. You guys will be making all sorts of wrestling references.
Oh, Bang, you already know. You already know what's that's just there's only one piece or article of clothing that could have to be for the main event. You already know. Only thing I'm missing is the belt. Only thing I'm missing.
Cosplay as John Cena as what you're doing there, he said.
Are you gonna be Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, though?
I don't know what that means, Ben.
you got some homework to do before next week, then it sounds like, my friend.
No, I used to play WWF wrestling on the N64, and like that's like the extent of my wrestling knowledge. So and I know like some of the characters, like I know like obviously the big ones, but there's ones that, and the crazy thing is like I worked with WWE when I was at New Era and like got a tour of their whole like I guess you would call it an archive, but it was their warehouse where they kept everything. And like there was one of my buddies that worked with me. He was a huge WWE guy and he was geeking out the whole time. And I just had no fucking clue like that what was supposed to be like cool. The one thing that was cool is they still had the Rock's XFL jerseys there.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
So that was very cool to see. But it was a shit show. None of it was organized. It was just all over the place. They had like they had the casket from Undertaker's last show, just like chilling, and had like random crap piled on top of it. and it was just all run by like this like one of those like beautiful mind type peoples that they were asking him like, what about this WrestleMania? What about that WrestleMania? And then he would like just take us to a random part of the warehouse and be like, oh, this is from that. This is from that. It was like he knew exactly where everything was, but it looked like a fucking disaster in there.
I'm sure things have gotten better since then.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, with all the shows that are doing on like A&E and whatever, because they're going through a lot of that stuff in the archive. So it's like there has to be some kind of organization that has occurred since the last time you were there.
Yeah,
has to be an inventory sheet. I would hope so.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah, and like some of the chairs were there that were like still bloody. Like
that's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chewy said Ben's age is showing. Dude, I've been following wrestling since the 80s. I mean, I was born in 83, so I'm old, man. I'm old.
Oh, yes, and we did promise chat that we would talk Marvel this week before the end of the show.
Yeah,
we will.
I
got to do one last thing, though. I got to announce the winners for the gift cards for opening day.
That's more important. Yep.
No, you did not, AB. You did not.
So I unfortunately am not able to show it on screen that I'm going through and doing the randomizer, and that is more to protect everybody's personal information safety. Because it's first names, last names, city and state that they live in. And so
we don't want to dox people.
Yeah, no doxing. Don't want to, accidentally have a hit put out on you or anything like that. That would be bad news. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to keep it fair, going to keep it honest, but I've got everything in the organizer now. So I'm going to start with the $100 gift cards just because we're going to work our way up to the grand prize. So it's going to be 5 $100 gift cards that we're giving out. And this is for orders that occurred in store as well as online. So, I mean, everybody's name is in the mix here. So let's get this show on the road. Number 1 is for the first $100 gift card. It is Andy N in San Leandro, California. That is wild because that's like 8 miles away from me.
Shouts out to Andy.
So give me one sec. San Leandro.
And all the winners will be emailed as well. So
yes.
If you're not watching live, you will be emailed.
Yes, that is correct. So there's number 1, $100. Boom. Number 2 is going to be Dermot D from San Luis Obispo, California. I swear, this is all random. Not everybody is going to be a winner from California. But Dermot D, congratulations. It's kind of wild that the first 2 winners are both in town/cities that I've lived in. All right, number 3.
It's in California.
Placido P from Oxnard, California.
Okay.
Placido P. Oxnard, California.
Yeah.
Then give it a re-roll if it's a California.
I will. So once again, like I said, the first 2 were towns and cities I lived in. Oxnard, ironically, I used to buy all my champion NBA jerseys from there back when I was a kid.
Well, there you go.
This is all fucking random. I swear to God. This is why I hate the fact that I'm not like doing this on screen for you guys to see, but trying to keep some anonymity here. All right, number 4. Thank God. Ulysses G from Thornton, Colorado. Wow.
Ooh. Coloradan.
Thornton, Colorado. All right, so that is 4 $100 so far. I got one more before I do the grand prize. Un momento. All right, number 5. So this is the last $100 gift card. And our winner is Francisco R from Louisville, Kentucky.
Wow. Oh, Kentucky. I wasn't expecting that.
I was not either.
So we got West, Midwest, and East Coast.
Yeah. All right. Congrats to all the $100 winners there. In 1 sec. All right. Now it's time for the big gun, the $500 gift card grand prize. Shout out to all you guys for scooping stuff up, whether in store or online for opening day. I, of course, am in a weird spot about baseball now, but prior to this year, I was probably one of the biggest baseball fans on the planet. But anyway, shout out to you guys.
Hey, we someone in chat.
Yeah, Bobby Pesos.
Yeah, Bobby Pesos was the winner.
Oh,
Also,
nice.
Could you hear my drum roll?
Oh, I can now. And our grand prize winner is Jaime A. or Jamie A. from Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow.
Incredible.
From the mothership.
So at least that gift card's not going to get mailed too far. Yes.
I think they're digital gift cards, Ben, but yes.
No, so congratulations to all the winners. Seriously, appreciate all of you for pitching in, scooping some stuff up for opening day. Now, I will say this: there were about 5,000 names in the randomizer there, so It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm just picking. No, 5,000 names. So
the Californians.
It's just crazy that the first 3 were towns that I have personal connection to. It's like an episode of First 48. Yo, I feel personally responsible for this crime, and whatever. I didn't rig this. So
all right, congrats to everybody.
Wait. Oh, never mind. Wait, my name is Eric. You know who that is?
I think he's just being funny. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Okay, maybe he does.
Okay.
Anyways. Whatever. But yes, everybody will be emailed. I'm going to send this list over to the office tonight, so all the winners can get their goods.
He said no.
Eric is a liar.
All right, Ben, do you want to do your airing of grievances for the Doomsday?
Oh shit! I'm trying to remember what I told you last week. Fuck.
So we didn't say anything last week. So
right.
You said you have a bone to pick with the way that they did the showcasing of who's going.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so here's my issue. We're gonna do our Marvel discussion to wrap things up, as Tef mentioned. So my issue is the Robert Downey, the video that he showed with like all the chairs of the cast members that are gonna be in Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they basically let the cat out of the bag of people who are going to survive Thunderbolts. Like, what the fuck were you guys thinking?
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah. So like basically you just find out that everybody's, but the one thing that people are coming to the defense on is that it is the multiverse saga. So it could be them from a different multiverse scenario. But I think probably everyone will survive. And then I also like from the Thunderbolts, the bad guy in Thunderbolts is going to be in it. So the bad guy from Thunderbolts clearly survives now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Way to go, marketing team at Disney/Marvel.
But see, like, I think that really, to me, and this is kind of one of the reasons why I feel that they're like the one thing that I really liked about the movies that led up to the Avengers all the way through Endgame was that all the movies had a purpose. So even if they weren't directly in the path, if you will, of the Avengers, there was still like, there's a reason you watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. There was a reason that you watched those movies that led up. So like to Cap Crusader's point, they canceled Blade. Now to me that makes sense because you just had Deadpool where you pulled Hugh Jackman up, back into that from a multiverse standpoint. We understand why that happens, but then you also bring Wesley Snipes back. So it's like, how could you really do a Marshawn Ali Blade movie? You could, and obviously you have the multiverse to really, because that's like essentially just like, well, we can because we can do that. But it's like, I think that what Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Doom shows is that you could recast anybody for really anything. I mean, you could have put Chris Evans back as the Human Torch. You could,
They
bring
did.
yeah, and Deadpool, and I think that's like really, but do it in like a non-comedic way, like actually do it to where it's like in a different universe we can revive this cast and bring it back. Because I personally thought that I can't remember the actor's name that actually played Reed Richards in the original, Fantastic Four, did a really good job. Why
Is
recast?
that Ian Gilfile or Foyle or something like that?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, but it's like, but to me, it's like
Some
I
British
think
dude.
And I wouldn't hate
Yeah.
seeing Jessica Alba again,
no, I don't think anybody would. It's like, I don't think any, but that's the point. It's like I think they're trying to catch lightning in a bottle after that, because I think when you have a whole movie slate and everything is coming back, like pointing towards like an ending movie like that, it's like every movie had purpose. Now you essentially are trying to build purpose towards like this Robert Downey Jr., Doomsday essentially movie, and it's like, well, how do you do that now when most of the characters are either dead, repurposed, or essentially not in the canonical universe that you're trying to build right now?
So I'll give you my theory. I think this
Mhm.
will be the end of like all the multiverse stuff, this movie. And I think they're gonna kill off all the X-Men, the old X-Men. So like those were the ones that were announced. Like James Marsden was announced, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, like all those OG X-Men were announced. I think the
Yeah.
incursions that are happening, like if you saw the last Doctor Strange where Jim from The Office talked about the incursions. So like he's um I think this is where the incursions play in, and I think it is the X-Men's universe like collides with maybe 616. I don't know. Maybe it's just some form of our MCU that they collide with, and the worlds are colliding, and then I think the X-Men's universe blows up, but then at the same time it creates a new universe that has X-Men in it now. So
Yeah, I mean, I think which I feel like, again, if you're trying to set it up, that completely makes sense, Austin. But I feel like we're giving them a lot more credit than I think that really the writers are thinking about. Because again,
I see the thing is, it's the Russo brothers who are directing, and then the guy that's writing it for Doomsday is the guy that wrote. So there was two guys that wrote all the Avengers movies and are from Ultron on, and then they also wrote all the Captain America films from the second Captain America on. So one of those two guys is who's writing this film. So I have a lot of faith in who's writing it, and then I have a lot of faith in who's directing it. So I think that it actually will be good, because I think those guys are just too talented to fuck it up.
I don't.
What I
think
don't love is that it's not the two writers from all the other films; it's just one of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I mean, and to Ethan's point, it's like I think that there has to be mass amounts of removals from the universe or deaths, so the character deaths, so that you could essentially create a linear timeline. Because if you don't, then you're gonna have all of this afterthought stuff, because then you still have the Black Panther 3 movie that's coming. So how does that fit into this next phase that they're doing with with Marvel? You have all of these other ancillary things, which is why I said I think what Marvel has had over DC for a long time is that all of their cinematic movies really work together, even the ones that you don't think work together. And I think that's the thing where, with the shows, we always complained and said DC did a better job with their shows because the shows were more captivating. The shows just had a lot more depth, a lot more grip.
Yeah.
I definitely don't disagree. I definitely don't disagree at all. And I just think that it's probably going to be, I think this is a big reset. I think Doomsday is going to be the big reset. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doom the entire time.
wow.
God, I hope not.
No,
You really think so?
Yeah, I think there will be a different version of Doom. So, and then I think that like it's going to be the big reset, and I think like whoever said there's going to be a lot of unalivings, I think that's true, because even if you go back to the Avengers Endgame films, or Infinity Saga, those last two Avengers films, when they dusted people, I remember walking out of that theater and people were just like silent because they're like, what the fuck just happened? So
Yeah.
like, I think it's going to be another one of those where everybody's going to be like, what the fuck just happened? And
But I
then,
feel like but I think to that end, the fanfare that was around RDJ for that actual reveal at the actual like conference, and they were just talking about it.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll tell you what I see. I think I see the guy that played Doom in the Fantastic Four movies, so like the ones with Alba and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I feel like that is gonna tie in because it just makes sense, which means
the dude from Nip Tuck.
yeah, essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but I mean,
I forgot all about that fucking
yeah,
shit.
and what's hilarious about it is he really was not a bad Doom. Like he was not a bad Doom at all. He was actually pretty decent, So I think I think that's one of those places where that would be the first death, so to speak. I think that's really where if you bring a guy like RDJ into your lineup, you're pretty much making him the main villain, because I think that's what they're banking on. He was the hero in this, saga, and now he's going to be the villain in this, and then that's essentially going to take the universe along.
I think he's done being Doom after this film. I really do. So I think that I think you have to carry it with someone else. And like it might be like he might not be Doom Prime, and like the Doom Prime comes in, kills Tony Stark Doom, and then like that's where it all like blows up, quote unquote.
It's like, so but who do you think would be like, because to kill off RDJ, you'd have to have somebody that for sure, like
the rumors that I've seen for the casting that I like are the what's his face from Oppenheimer and from Peaky Blinders,
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah,
that would be badass.
So that's the one that I like from the casting rumors that I've seen.
And that would actually be really interesting, because then it frees, RDJ of that, and then maybe there's an opportunity to insert him somewhere else or do something else with him. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how the audience responds to that. I don't know if the audience responds the same way that they did when RDJ took off that mask. Versus
the thing that I think that they're going to struggle with the most is they have to have a cap, and they have to, they do with Anthony Mackie. So it's, if you continue to make him Captain America for the foreseeable future, and it's always Sam Wilson cap, when you're just abandoning Steve Rogers for the next 20 years. And you also have to have an Iron Man. Like, Iron Man is like essential to every Avengers plot line. So I feel like, who is that now? And I
didn't they do?
I don't think you can replace RDJ on it. I think he's the perfect Iron Man, but he's getting old as hell. So he can't.
Didn't they do Ironheart? Wasn't there like a series of Ironheart that
Disney
was doing?
Yeah, so that's gonna be, they haven't made it yet, but yeah, she's gonna be Ironheart, which is in the Young Avengers. So but there's always been like Iron Man as like a core character in all the Avengers comics. And so
I was
in Secret Wars, he was there, and Secret Wars is going to be a big film for them.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious if that was like a creative shift that they were going to make. I know it departs from the comics and departs from what we understand, but I was kind of curious of positioning of when that series comes out, if that's something that they're trying to pitch. But I agree with you. I wouldn't want to go that way, because I think people would actually riot. Because but I wouldn't. I mean, people claim that Black Panther 2 was bad, because of Shuri having to step in. But it's like, but I mean, it ended up doing some good, because then you were able to bring Michael B. Jordan back into the movies. So that's why I say I don't really look at movies anymore with Marvel in the sense of every individual movie needs to be knock it out the park. But I do expect it to, if you're going to give me a movie, you're going to give me a show, roadmap me, lead me to where I'm trying to go. Because again, you're not going to get the comic 100% right. I've foregone that conclusion a long time ago, even with the original Avengers. So just make it a coherent storyline, make it make sense, and do decent casting where you can.
I kind of agree with Ronnie on this one in regard to bringing the kid back from Iron Man 3 into potentially be the next Iron Man. I mean, it makes sense.
He was at the funeral.
Correct. And it confused the hell out of everybody who was watching the movie. Like, who the fuck is that kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just shows how much people weren't paying attention in Iron Man 3.
Do you guys think at any point in time they're going to try and get Jonathan Majors back in to be Kang?
I think so.
I've heard that they are, and I mean it's to me, I think it's a cop out. I think you could recast Kang, and other people could do Kang just as well. And like, but with the way that the world's going, like not like less and less morals are mattering. So I think that Disney might throw that moral side like out the window.
I mean, I get where you're coming from on that, but at the same time, it's just like when we look at actors and actresses who have done some pretty terrible shit in their real life and getting like third and fourth chances, and the fact that the entire MCU hinders or revolves around Robert Downey Jr., who real fuck up of a human being. I mean, but it was all interpersonal. It wasn't like he was doing anything necessarily negative to anybody else.
Yeah, he to our knowledge, he was not a woman abuser. So,
Yeah.
he was an abuser of drugs and alcohol, which he got clean for and has been clean for a very.
I will say that
long
was
time.
honestly just years of research to be Tony Stark.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing
method acting to an insane level.
Exactly.
I mean, but I agree with Chat to the extent that I think Bode or who was it? Warrior X408 with an interesting point. I think that in those unalivings to like clean everything up, I could see them recap, like allowing him back just to close off and suture that storyline. I could see that happening where essentially Doom figures out a way to kill Kang.
Like I also just don't want it to be that because I think so. Two things. Another thing that I'm pissed about too. Well, not necessarily pissed, but intrigued by is Tom Hiddleston being announced.
Yeah,
because I think Marvel has flawlessly executed two characters, and that's Loki and Iron Man. So like I think that both of their character arcs came to a perfect conclusion. I just don't want to see them fuck that up. So like
yeah, I mean,
Black Widow, you got to throw in there too.
Yeah, I feel like that felt a little contractual related there when where she, it was Hawkeye who was gonna go the entire time, and then last second ScarJo flips over and throws herself off.
She wanted out.
Yeah. I mean, is coming back. Yes. So and R.I.P. Val Kilmer for sure. Yeah. Worst Batman suit, but good Batman in my opinion.
Yeah.
I will say that the one thing I wish we did get, I wanted us to get Rune King Thor. That was something that I wish we would have gotten. I thought we were going to get it with Avengers, especially when they were going on that whole Odyssey quest where like he had to go get Stormbreaker. I thought we were going to see that, but I also understand Rune King Thor is like very, very much into the future. So maybe, Secret Wars, maybe down the line we get that. Because but again, it's like that's where I say it's writers read, but I don't know if they're that invested into comic lore to where there's certain things that they are going to do, like to that end and to that extent. Because I mean, even then, like if they really wanted to be specific, like what was it, Thor, when he fought the girl that was supposedly his illegitimate sister, like in that battle in the comics, I believe he lost his eye. And I think to go back to stop Ragnarok, that whole like Rune King Thor is actually a part of that storyline where he goes into the well of not seeing and he loses his eyes so that he can see all and essentially becomes more powerful than Odin. But, we didn't get that. They kind of, made it concise because that wasn't the main plot and storyline. So for those that watch the comics really closely, look at Secret Wars, look at a lot of that other type of stuff, I would say that I really wouldn't expect this to play out the way the comics play out. I would really say just go ahead and get that out of your mind now.
I think Hemsworth is going to be in Thor for a very, very long time because like even in the comics, Thor like looks older and then like if you go the Young Avengers route too, there's where he's like the leader of the Young Avengers. So there's ones where Vision's the leader of the Young Avengers, and then there's ones where Thor's the leader of the Young Avengers. But like Thor's grandpa style old when he's in the like leading the Young Avengers. So I think Hemsworth is probably going to be in that role for fucking ever.
Yeah. And then, which also leads to the question, because it was slightly introduced in Ragnarok. When is Beta Ray Bill going to have a central role in anything?
It would be sick to. I would like to see how. Hopefully, they don't fuck up that CGI, but I think that would be sick.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were going to get it in Ragnarok, like you were saying, Ben.
I thought so too.
No,
I think your best chance is the next Thor movie when it's Hercules comes out. So
yeah,
it's just like I said, it's there. Again, it's just a lot of stuff can be done, and I think that again, Thor was kind of nerfed from a power level perspective. I think after Ragnarok and everything, like you got a glimpse of how powerful he was, but not really how powerful he really can be, especially as he gets older. Like so. I don't know. Like that's why I said like with Marvel, I don't expect a lot of comic book adherence anymore. I used to, but I did not. But I feel like now I just want a clear, concise storyline. That's all I want. Something that's easy for people to follow. It makes sense, and it's somewhat as an 80 to 90% resembling of the comics with 10%.
Yeah, Marvel, get on it.
Adam Warlock. Yeah, I mean, there's like, dude, there's so much. Comic books are still being written, so it's like there's so much lore that could still be done. But we'll
and
see.
especially the job that Guardians of the Galaxy did with Adam Warlock, where they made him kind of dumb. But I mean, I get it from the perspective of he was just kind of like created and stuff, and still pretty like young-minded. But we're also talking about a character that was the first non-Thanos character to be able to wield the Infinity Gauntlet. So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be a pivotal one moving forward. Seems like they're kind of just abandoning the Eternals. Like they did a terrible job of that in the new Captain America movie. Like they gotta explain, like the dudes, like there was a massive floating head seen by the entire city of London and like in the sky talking to people, and it hasn't been addressed since. Like
I
Men in Black where everybody like forgets everything,
and to me, like the Eternals was just one of those the rare times where I feel like Marvel made a movie and it wasn't connected to anything. So that's why I was like, you stop talking about it, just because it wasn't greatly or well executed. It didn't connect to anything.
I think the Eternals gets way too much hate. I did not hate that movie. I was very middle of the pack for me.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not gonna lie, I turned it off 30 minutes in because I was just like, this is a jumbled fucking mess.
You know what?
It was. I mean, I know at some point I'm going to sit down and finish it. Granted, I was on an airplane when I was watching it, so it's just like I need something better. I just had issues from the jump on that one. So
I definitely will say that like the Eternals kind of reminds me a little bit of Craven, because I just recently saw that.
I still haven't seen that.
And I would disagree. I felt like Craven had zero structure to it whatsoever.
I mean, but I think that's Logan. I mean, I think that's the bright spot for the Eternals. You could say the cinematography, and it was very well shot. It was very like Zack Snyder-esque in the sense of it was a lot of dramatic lighting and moving in motion picture. But I think it just with Craven, to me, it was just like I felt like I thought the plot was this 15 minutes in, then the plot changes, then the plot changes again, then introduces this other weird character, and it's a lot going on. And it's, for me, with movies like that, if I have to pay attention and I still don't follow it, I'm like, no, not for me. Not for me at all.
It's crazy that Sony did so great with the Tobey Maguire trilogy of Spider-Man, and yet every other Marvel property they have has been fucking ass.
Yeah,
like that makes no sense.
Like they made Craven an anti-hero when he's basically one of the Sinisters.
Yeah.
Like which to me was just like, you just wanted to give an excuse for this guy to walk around just showing off.
Hey, at least it's officially done. They're walking away from all of them. So like those, like
What? You're saying it's no longer Morbin time? Come on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That
what,
was
like,
one that I literally shut off after 10 minutes.
oh, which one?
Morbius?
Morbius?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I
was
hate Jared Leto to begin with. So like just like also like just 10 minutes in. Did I ever tell you the story that I saw Jared Leto outside NoHo?
no, you're not.
No, wasn't I there? I thought I was there with you.
You were there. I think you were there with me. Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
Jared Leto outside NoHo. Short little dude. And I remember being so pissed off by his height because I'm like, you're supposed to be a supervillain.
Mhm.
So
Which
yeah.
is weird because hold on one sec. I thought I looked into this. Jared Leto height. Yeah, according to Google, he's 5'11", which it's like, fuck no.
There was no way he was 5'11".
Maybe 5'6" top out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and it has Joaquin Phoenix listed as 5'8". So that means that Joaquin Phoenix probably is like 5'2". So,
No, but it's in that. I mean, I know we're going into a different segue on this for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to wrestling on this one because oh my god, what's her face? Rhea Ripley
uh-huh.
looks so much taller than everybody else when she's in the ring, and then
Mhm.
she's engaged to Buddy Murphy.
Mhm.
So when was this? This was Memorial Day of last year. Because that was the last AEW show my wife and I went to. Because we went to every Double or Nothing up until that point. And we were at Golden Nugget Casino, and in front of us in line at the cashier cage was Buddy Murphy and Rhea Ripley.
Oh.
And I mean, wow. I towered over both of them because I thought they were like little kids. Like they were both, big and muscular, obviously, but it was just like, and my wife was like further in line because then Buddy Murphy turned around and I texted her and I'm like, hey, turn around real quick. And she texted me back, yeah, I know, because she's like, yeah, and Rhea Ripley's right next to her or right next to him. And I just look over and I'm just like, what the fuck? She's like 5'3". It's crazy. I don't know.
All right.
Which
so
really goes to show how short wrestlers are in real life.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And then Ben, also to confirm our Jared Leto like theory about his height. So Joaquin Phoenix listed as 5'8".
Yep.
Lady Gaga's listed as 5'1".
Jeez.
Look at these pictures. Joaquin Phoenix is like barely taller than Lady Gaga.
Jesus.
So Joaquin Phoenix is probably actually 5'3", 5'4". And that makes Jared Leto probably 5'6", like you said.
Fair enough.
There he is next to her again. Almost the same height. Almost the same height.
Yep.
So
apparently I need to get in the picture business with my height.
Yeah, this is like college football stats here, or college basketball stats here.
That's hilarious.
Sheesh.
No, and third line brings up a good point. Lady Gaga is more than likely in heels in like all those photos. So
yeah, 1000% probably. She didn't want to. Yeah.
Hey, Randy Johnson is a product of the Bay Area, so we grow them all tall out here, apparently. But not as tall as in Sweden and or Holland.
Sheesh.
Got some tall ladies out there.
Towering ladies. All right, fellas.
That's the only country I ever felt short in.
What's that?
I said Holland or the Netherlands, whatever you want to call it, is the only country I've ever been in where it's like, wow, I am fucking short.
Really?
Really?
And I'm 6'3". Dude, like the average height there is like, for dudes, is like 6'5".
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and all the women I saw walking around, I mean, I know my wife's at work, but if there was a country where it's like, I'm staying here, it would have been there. Yeah. I always had a thing for tall ladies. What can I say? But yeah, every woman I saw in the streets of Amsterdam specifically probably could have been, starting 5 on any college basketball team.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So AB, we're gonna clip that last part out.
Yeah.
I don't even know
See,
what
and
we're talking
this is
about.
why I was saying to Angie in chat last night. Really? You missed this guy?
I know, right? No, I mean
yeah.
Angie's 5'9", so I mean she's pretty tall.
Yeah.
But I'll throw this last story in, and then we can wrap up the show because I'm not going to get divorced over this, but it's hilarious. But I talked to my wife about this the other day. So when I was in college, of course, there was like random, basketball or volleyball player. Yeah, I tried to shoot my shot with some of them just because I got turned down by all of them, but not because like I'm a hideous monster or anything like that. It was just I wasn't their type. I didn't know. But it's like I don't know until I try.
Listen,
Oh God!
you never know until you try, Ben. That's
exactly. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh God! And on that note, chat, it's been great episode. Great episode.
Awesome.
Great hats coming out.
Listen, for the single people of chat, if you're looking for tall women, Holland is where to go.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Clip all this out for YouTube. Oh God.
But yeah, we will see you guys next week. To the person who was asking about Indiana Jones, next Tuesday for sure. I will be doing that probably between like 4 and 5 o'clock and go for a couple hours because there's a lot in that map of Thailand that I have to cover.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. It was pretty sick though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was my favorite map from what you've been playing of it so far.
I agree.
So
let's get right around
hanging out with us and happy copping.
Happy rest of the week, guys. See y'all later.
Take care, guys.
Woo. Okay.